So the two companions who have been companions for a few weeks now, or at least a week now, maybe not a week, head through the town towards the tavern that I named earlier. I forgot the name of it.
Something Mare.
Yeah, the Mare or something like Claus Mare. Should have written that down.
That's fine.
Should
There's only one tavern in every city.
On the table.
It's the communal tavern.
I should just name every tavern the Prancing Pony, I'll be honest. It'd be a lot easier. I might actually have a list of tavern names here. 1 second. Yep, I got a list of inn names right here next to me. I'm an idiot. Right next to my list of NPC names, and I still haven't named your friggin' butcher friend.
You can do it later.
Yeah, I feel like that doesn't... We should get a specific name for that. Anyway, you guys head towards that tavern, and Puck and Zog are not waiting for you. It's still twilight in the streets. The carts are sort of opening up, and the first handful of people are walking the streets looking for those early morning deals, which are oh so coveted. But your partners are not waiting for you. There is alleyways nearby that you could look for them in the tavern. Maybe they're asleep in their room in the tavern, like they said they would be.
I'll wait here, you go look around.
I'll take a quick wander through the streets, see if we can come in contact.
Main streets or alleyways?
More main streets.
Alright, how long are you going to wander for?
5-10 minutes.
So you head down the main street, the direction you didn't approach from, and see some more vendors setting up shops. Human and elven and a handful of other sort of humanoid races. Maybe a gnome, a handful of halflings, if even a handful. Probably two at most. I know, right? Disgusting. They eat so much pie. I just don't understand it. Where do they get the room?
Confusing them.
No, gnomes make guns. I think this is my setting, so I think I know what people do.
Like, I'm confusing them with gnomes.
Yeah, that might be, yeah. I like that better. But you do not see him on the main streets. You're waiting by the bar entrance?
Yeah.
Okay, in that case, 5 minutes, you said?
Yep.
You get back before anything happens.
I'm eating some like bugs and stuff I have in a satchel. Looks like there's some like
Live
meat
bugs?
No.
Okay.
It's like a satchel, I just put things in. I'm assuming they're dead at this point.
You have, those were gathered on the plains?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Those are actually it. You have survival plains, right?
Yes.
Which means that
Yeah,
you can
that's
collect
also, yeah.
food from the plains, which means you know which bugs are edible and which aren't on the plains.
Mm-hmm.
If you ever collect bugs from mountains or forests or any other region, then I get to roll dice to see if you die.
Yes.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. I like dysentery.
Oh, we're never going to leave the hills.
Again, hills are not plains. But you guys are outside of the beaten mare, whatever I named it, waiting for your adventurers, who's said to be up before dawn, as the sun rises.
They were very drunk. I think it's completely understandable. Now, how do you think we should negotiate getting a look at this map? I think we tell them that some of the symbols were interpreted wrong, and we're willing to share that information if they're willing to share the words, so we can be better informed.
Oh, I love wine.
I feel like that is a very reasonable approach.
Yes, reasonable telling him he's wrong right off the bat.
You start off by saying you got most of the symbols right, but not all of them. See, you give a little, take a little. I'm master negotiator.
Well,
I'm not.
We'd probably be fine just asking for the wizard to have a look.
Okay, we could try that, but he seems a little bit edgy on wizards. Maybe some past
Sure.
problems.
But he did accept hiring a wizard, and you know, if he's not doing his job, then why is the wizard here?
You make good points. Hopefully they come out soon.
So we'll wait there.
Stand here waiting.
On that note,
Wunderbar.
how long are you waiting?
And for at least an hour, probably.
So what chores did you have again,
10
Klaus?
minutes behind. That's
You were
it.
10 minutes behind, so you meet them just as they're finishing the discussion. You're like walking a block or two away from them as they finish, and they're like, "We'll wait." And they wait. Maybe 5 minutes after that, with bloodshot eyes, Puck staggers out of a nearby alleyway, stretches, yawns, and walks towards you guys, and says, "Whoa, that side entrance. Yep, side entrance. That's what it was."
Where's the big
It's a
man?
couple of aisles over.
Shut up. You guys ready?
What is your big man?
And he cradles his head in his hands. Zog! Zog steps out. He seems fine.
Alrighty.
Hard to judge. Hard to judge. He was bloodshot before.
That sounds fun.
Look,
Let's get going.
before we head out, would you mind,
Puck licks his lips and eyes you. His
This
eyes
is Bill.
licks his bill. Thank you. His
The
eyes
bill lips.
go narrow as you start talking.
would you mind showing the wizard the map so that, he can, do his, wizardly things, you know, and,
In the alley.
Read the right
in the alley?
Yeah.
Probably just do it out of town.
No, that's fine.
I like that idea even better.
Deal with the early
That's
morning.
why we have
wake
smart
up
wizards.
Before we have to worry
Yeah.
about the lines of people.
Out
leaving.
of town. That sounds fun. Wait, no. We need to get a boat from in town.
Oh. I thought you
I don't want to pay a
had
silver
that
piece to
already.
get out and another one to get in.
Alright. You know how to get to the docks from here?
Yeah, it's west. He points towards the west.
Good. Lead the way.
Yeah, no. It is good. First, the alleyway. Unless you don't want to look at the map anymore?
We can just do it out of town. Don't
Right.
like casting magic in alleyways. People catch you.
To the docks. And Puck starts leading the way towards the docks with Zog hugging his shoulder. You guys are following behind?
Of course.
General mob or line?
The line is always the line.
What is the order of the line? Not that it matters.
I follow Puck immediately afterwards.
Okay, so you're right behind him.
Yeah, and I'll follow along.
On his right, with Zog at his left, or...
I mean, the opposite side of Zog. I'm not going to try and jostle with Zog for
Okay.
positioning.
Yeah, that's fair. He's literally twice your size. He could probably swallow you.
I guess I'll take up for you.
I am still visibly scared of him.
Yep. That's fair. He's a monster. So you're next.
Yeah, taking up rear.
You're taking a rear, you're second.
Yeah.
Or third, I guess. So you make your way towards the docks. You're north of the keep, which you had a lovely... you, Klaus, had a lovely coronation in, or graduation in. This is the Elven Quarter. North along the water.
Like the High Elven Quarter, that would be.
Just Elven in general. While the Southern Quarter is a merchant quarter, but not as associated with Elven merchants. It's unusual for an Elven quarter to be within walls, but Sigvardsgraft is unusual. So Puck seems to take everything under his own control. If you guys don't intend on raising your voice at any point, I can just quickly rush through this.
Yeah, no. Just find out.
He charters a canoe quickly from an Elven merchant and tells you guys to get aboard, and before you know it, you're shipping off towards the Mausoleum Island.
We'll do it once we get to the island.
Sure.
I can take him a chance
Sure.
reading. I'd rather not do it on the water.
Whatever you say, pal. And you land on the southern tip of the island. The trees are almost completely removed from this island. It is surrounded by a wall along sort of a few feet or a few meters into the coast. Just enough for the ground to be solid, nice and solid for stone, smooth stone walls. Beyond those, you can see through the black iron, wrought iron, spiked gateway, fields of graves where the cremated deceased have been interred. Every now and then you see the rise of a barrow hill from back when these lands were more savage or barbaric, and you can also see the odd familial mausoleum rising up like a small palace or manor among the graves.
Pleasant place.
Odd dead tree or large tree, but generally it's clear cut. It's quite a large island. You definitely can't see the far side of it. You could get lost on this island, I'll say that much. You would need a map if you were looking for a specific thing.
Well, good thing we happened then.
Exactly.
Yeah, let's confirm it's the right place. It's fun to dry patch and get down to this. Step inland a little bit.
So Puck opens his pouch and pulls his map out and roughly hands it to you, and then starts talking to Zog, and the two of them begin checking their weapons on the beach. Puck calls out in a yell, "You!" pointing towards the boatman. "Just leave it there. We'll be back before night." And waits for you to do your ritual as he sort of makes sure his weapons are sharp and definitely keeps them in his hands.
I refuse the gun.
Yeah.
You do have your musket with you?
Yes.
Are
I'm a
you
little...
preparing it?
I refuse it.
You
I'm not
refuse it.
loading it.
Okay, I was wondering what you meant by refuse.
Yeah,
That is another word, unfortunately.
you do mind? I'm going to be a little busy here, keeping an eye on our friends, indicating Puck and Zog, and then grabbing a seat, moving to doing the exact same ritual I described before, in the proper order, and then laying my hands on the document, It takes a while. You can read up to 1 page of text per minute, so however long you want me to sit here
This is
reading.
probably 1 page. I feel like 1 page per minute is just how long it takes to read a page, more or less. Like maybe that's slightly longer. It depends on how fast you.
Oh,
read.
it's just one of those things where it's like if you're
It's good to have a limit.
sensitive.
It's good to have a limit.
Yeah.
We aren't particularly time sensitive, but Puck is definitely sort of feeling his scimitar on his thumb as he sort of sits there on the beach, eyeing you.
Get a good chance to collect some blood.
So you have succeeded in casting your ritual again. We've already got one description for that this session. I'm going to need another one. And you can now read the Old Elvish writing. It's weird, though. The way the writing is written, it seems to be referring to a space that is larger than this island is.
Okay.
It says to land at the southern port and walk along the left coast until you get to the pointing stone. The pointing stone points towards where the portal is. As long as you walk straight from there, you will reach it. The portal does lead to the Feywild, and you have to cross over it. There is a riddle on the portal rocks, and if you answer that riddle correctly, that would be the password. It doesn't tell you what the answer is, but you get the feeling that if you were a high elf living in that time period, you would just know it. It seems like a children's riddle, the way it's written. The flowers, oddly, it says to follow rather than avoid, despite them being poisonous and dangerous to living beings. And then it says the elder tree, you have to ask. You have to perform a sacrifice to it, which it details in writing, and mentions the burning of a specific herbal incense, to awaken the tree, and then you must request that it tells you where the tomb is. And if it finds you worthy, then it will point you towards the tomb of, and here's the kicker, not Sigurd.
Tomb of not Sigurd?
No! The tomb of not Sigurd.
It's an interesting name.
It is an interesting name. That is not what it says. It has an elven name, which I have not written yet. I will have it by next session for sure. It sounds enough like Sigurd that Sigurd could be a corruption of it in a more human, quote-unquote German linguistic interpretation. But worryingly, this is an elven-sounding name for a tomb, not a human name.
Alright, so read that, relay it all out in Wormish, and then go ahead and change that all back into something that people actually understand.
Yeah, you definitely get a lot of blank stares from both Puck and Zog.
And Angus.
Those of you listening might understand the blank stares from Zog may not have anything to do with the Wormish, but Puck sputters out, so this isn't a map for Sigurd's tomb, or is it?
Not from what I can read off of this. Some elven name.
Puck sort of cranes his neck over one of the fences, or the stone walls, towards the trees, and he says, I don't think there's a, what did he say, elder tree? Ancient tree man thing?
That's through the portal.
Well maybe.
But you said over the portal, not through the portal.
Yeah.
I was just going to say, I don't think there's one of those on this island, but if it's through a portal...
It also seems to
You
be
know what? I don't
referring-
want to go through a friggin' portal today.
referring to a much bigger island.
But there could be treasure.
Yeah, it's also grave rotting.
That's the thing I'm thinking. Look, maybe this map, if what your friend says is true, which I'm not 100% sure it is. Wait. Oh no. And he starts clutching at his head and sweating furiously. And he says, Zog! And Zog stands up. And he says, we're leaving. These guys are trying to trick us. Punks! And he flips you off. And he heads through the gate by himself with Zog.
Did he take the map back? Just clarify that.
He didn't.
So I'm just sitting there holding this map.
Then he runches back and tries to grab the map from you. Give me this!
Look, why can't we come with
He
you?
kicks you in the ribs.
Donald going to let go here.
Alright,
If you want to rip this map in half.
so how's it 12 against your AC?
Not good enough.
So he gives you a weak kick to the ribs. It doesn't really hurt you very much. And you kind of scramble away from him. You dropping the map?
Yeah.
Okay, he snatches it up and dashes away quite quickly.
That's fine.
Punks!
Got a better way to figure out if this is the right place, but I can't do it right now.
Are you going to remember all that information?
I wrote it down.
Oh, jeez. Very smart man.
One of the nice parts about having paper, knowing how to use it.
It's very expensive.
It is.
And you hold your pencil kind of funny.
You mean my pen? I don't use a charcoal pencil for this.
Ah.
I just thought it might be more accurate for what you would be commonly used to knowing.
You hold it with your fingers. I haven't seen that before.
What?
You gotta spend some more time in cities.
Even I know you hold it with your fingers.
He doesn't even have those.
I'm illiterate.
You hold it like this.
Just so you guys know at home, he's holding up a fist.
Well, what are we going to do now? Do you want to follow them? Do you want to go back on the boat, man? Take their boat back? Leave them
well, that
stranded?
would be fun. There is another option, maybe.
Oh god, grave rob everything?
No, I need to find a couple of things, potentially. Alright, actually, off the table here, Morgan. I gotta run this by you before I voice
Sure.
it too much.
I feel like we're gonna... Yeah, go.
Yeah, so I'm looking to do Find Familiar here.
Oh.
Unfortunately, that's a material component that has a cost to it.
Mm-hmm.
The material component's cost is... the material components themselves are incest... incest? Very interesting.
See, fortunately, incest is not on the taboo topics list, so we can perform this ritual. I wish you had told me in your background you had like a sister or something.
Incense, herbs, and that's about it. I think memory serves.
I can look it up, but I trust you, more or less. Do you have a page number?
I had it written down on my character sheet, but I don't have that happen.
Those of you who are listening at home, if you ever play 5th edition D&D as a spellcaster,
Write down
write the friggin' page numbers down.
charcoal, incense, herbs, and they're all consumed by the fire that burnt in a brass brazier. I have the brass, so I don't need to
Yes,
worry
you
about
do. You clever dog.
Of course I cheated.
It's not a cheat. That's just being smart. I'm not going to punish you for being smart, Kevin.
So the incense is the part that might be hard, but we might be able to actually find that around here, considering it is a graveyard.
You have, I guess this has cost, doesn't it? Yeah,
It does.
Pieces. All right.
Um,
Yeah, you would have had to buy that.
you would have had to.
Just so you guys at home know, every spell that they have that has components to it, I gave them 5, I believe, uses of that spell before they had to go out and buy components. But because this has a cost, that means they have to spend their starting money on it. And frankly, I don't think
have enough to do that.
he did not have enough.
Not anymore. What I was hoping to be able to do was scavenge the materials together somehow, without having to buy it.
Steal it.
So,
Pretty much.
are you telling the party that you need incense?
Yeah, incense, herbs. I mean, probably can substitute something else for.
So you're telling the other party members that you need. Do you want to say that, like, in characters for the audience?
Yeah.
Phrase that.
So
You've gotten your bowl out, you've gotten your charcoal out.
no, I wouldn't have yet because I need a couple of components for a spell that might be able to point us in the right direction if we still want to look at that.
Okay, what are they?
Incense and a select variation of herbs, and then I'm going to list off 4
You list them
different
off,
types.
yes.
I'm
not-
familiar with them.
Because you have the herbalism non-weapon proficiency, you are able to find herbs that you can burn as incense, and also you are familiar with the herbs that he mentions, yes.
I'm not sure if they grow on this island, though.
That's the trick. So,
And there's one more thing I'm going to add
Okay.
to that component list, because I don't really like it as a component list. Fat. Gristle, something. Something of substance to make the
do you have any
familiar.
fat on you?
No.
Okay.
So
Do either of you have any fat on you?
we can hunt a squirrel,
I got
and we
some
can
bugs.
deal with this problem.
Squirrels don't have a lot of fat.
It's not. It doesn't need to be much, right?
So-
I'm making a tiny creature.
As I was... Actually, I'm glad I drank all that wine. I've actually finished the bottle now. I realized I messed the cap up,
It's a shame
so I
we're
wouldn't have been
ending
able to...
soon. It would
I
only
wouldn't have
get
been
better
able
in
to...
3 to 4 hours.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been able to seal the bottle anyway, so I had to finish it. I'm feeling great. Because you have the herbalism non-weapon proficiency, Ian,
Yeah.
you are able to make a check to see if you think that you could find the herbs that you need on this island for this spell.
Let's go for it.
What is
so,
the spell again? Find familiar? Find familiar.
So I roll. Do I add anything?
It would be a d20 plus
Yes.
your I'm going to say intelligence in this case,
Okay.
plus your proficiency modifier, which is a +2.
Okay. And my intelligence is -1, so that's +1.
+1. Yeah.
So that is a 3.
Okay. You're not sure if you could find them on his own or not. You don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know if these things grow around here. It's very hard to tell.
Yeah. So,
Right now you're on a sort of a sandy beach. There's like a sort of bluff of a few inches. Frankly, it's not very high, which that wall is built on. You might have to enter the graveyard proper to
What terrain would it be considered?
urban.
so even
I know
then,
you didn't know
I
either.
don't think Puck and his friend Zog there will be finding what they're looking for, just because they seem to refuse to believe that it exists in the first place.
Well, they're going to have quite a lot of trouble with the portal.
Yeah.
They shouldn't get anywhere near there.
So I don't really feel the desire to necessarily look for it today. But if we can come back later when I can actually afford all the things I need to cast a spell, we might have a better chance at finding it.
I mean, we basically have the map now. If we come across a big island that matches the description, we take advantage.
Yeah.
So what do you got to do, boss? What are we gonna do today?
Head back. I gotta head north.
Great, we're heading north. Wonderful.
But before I'm doing that, I'm buying some stuff in town that I can trade up there.
Okay.
Turn back to the boatman. You want to take us back?
The elf boatman who ferried you over with his canoe smiles toothily at you and nods.
Good man.
He is a good man, and he does boat you back. So this has been the first session of Blood, Sweat, and Tears, a Torth dark fantasy, mud fantasy merchant adventure. I hoped you listening at home enjoyed it. I certainly did.